Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your board. P-Funk, thinking right out here in the lab where I do what I do for you. Hope you're ready for this one. A lot of y'all ain't gonna like this one, but that's the one y'all don't tune into, so don't make a difference to me, but I got something nice for you. Let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. I get the message of the story for life. I give life lessons. I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission. That's what I'm on. Is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. It's not a religion. Hint, hint. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice when daily will help and guide you to what? Your higher spiritual level of enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. And all right thinkers, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You're willing through. It's rhetorical. But if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. I got more for you. Stay tuned. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm a spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. I'm about to step on a few toes, but you know how I'm dealing about that. So let's go. Right thinkers. I got a phrase. Why live a lie, aka religion, and die when you can what? Live my yacht and live forever. Oh, so if I live, yeah, you see, I don't want to hear that. Let me make a point to you, try to get you understanding. You know what I do, how I do, even when it's to you. I'm loaded. Here I come. Right thinkers, let's go. Why live a lie and die when you can live my yacht and live forever? It's a philosophy over a belief. Belief is a knife. Philosophy is a gun. See where we're going with this? I carry a gun. If all you guys believe, you know how that's going to end. Not well for you. Let's go. Now, when I say live a lie, I'm philosophically or subliminally, excuse me, trying to get the word out. I'm giving you a subliminal message about what I call religion. Y'all call it belief system. I'm going to break it down for you real simple. I'm trying to make it easy. I'm not here to rag or none of that. I'm just making a point. How you feel about that, that's your decision. And it's always the truth. So when I say live a lie, live in a belief system. Caught up in Islam, Judaism, Buddhism, whatever religion you follow, caught up in that, you're living a lie. Wait a minute, but don't take my word for it. You ain't got to believe nothing. I say, what's this? And I say that I'm saying religions, all of them, tell the ultimate lie. Yeah, I don't say something. I say all of them. I keep saying that to you. And what happened? You won't realize you've been following a lie until when? Judgment Day. Then you realize, but then what? It's too late. So that concept, that philosophy, believers always come back. Knowers don't. You either know or you believe. I know. Hope you can get to understand it. So let's go. It ain't about nothing other than what you need to know, which is yourself. I don't practice any religion, but I fellowship with all. Why? Respect. I ain't got a problem with what you believe. That's your right to believe what you want. As long as you treat me, respect me, we won't have a problem about nobody's belief system. Trust me. But because they all take, why I don't practice any religion? Again, because they all tell the same lie. And you won't find out what until judgment day, and that's why, and that's when you'll die the second time. The physical death to the body is natural, normal. But at judgment day that y'all claim get into saint, whatever y'all call heaven, we got a philosophy that says if you live right, you right. At judgment day, your heart will be light, and that's how you pass judgment day in our philosophy. Y'all got a whole bunch of don't do this, don't do that, and everybody break them laws, and you think, oh, well, don't worry, God, He's always forgiving, y'all merciful. Okay. The same God punish you for doing wrong, you're all merciful. Again, if you believe that, you will die. Trust me. Now, I know spiritual truths. Well, how you know spiritual truth? No, I know the spiritual truths of our ancient ancestors, Smarty. And what's this? By practicing them and understanding them and mastering them for myself. So I know the truth and I know myself. Can you say that with your belief system? I'm just saying. I ain't knocking it. But don't keep throwing it in my face like it's, oh, I got this, how the Bible said. Could care less. Trust me. Now, our ancients, okay, knew how to what? Become gods in the flesh. How? You ready? By living my out, like I did. That's where I got it from. I just call it right thinking philosophy because I'm using my life as experience to teach my lessons. Other than that, it's the Maya philosophy. Samatawi, I tell you, Shita Netta. I found God within myself. Religion put God outside yourself, so they make it so you never find God. That's the biggest lie ever. They got you looking for God in all the wrong places. Like that guy who find your wallet, take it, and put the money in his pocket, and then help you find your wallet. Can't trust him. The guy who brings the wallet to you out of just respect, that's the one you trust. Moving on. Death is a concept. But death to all ignorant people, oh, at judgment day, that's what it's all about. You're going to be judged for what? Your actions in life. How about that? What they judge you for? Oh, no, what? Who they? No. You! Again, philosophical concept. Y'all gonna go have somebody judge you outside yourself. It don't work that way philosophically. Watch this. Death comes to what? The physical body. That's nature. Again, of all human beings. But spiritual death comes at judgment. When your heart put the scale of Maya, and if you fail, that's dying twice. Because why? Your conscience that comes with the heart gets eaten by Amet. Okay? The unrighteous heart goes to him. The heavy heart goes to him. It's lunchtime, feeding time. And he is big. As a matter of fact, it's a she. She is big as all get up. Moving on. Self-knowledge. Again, according to our ancients, is becoming God conscious. Way before you Christians come with your Christ conscious, no, we knew a long time ago what that meant. We called it nihas, okay, spiritual enlightenment. Haruhood. Again, before the Bible, before your religious concepts from Judaism, Christianity, or any other religion you follow, before that, we had spiritual. And becoming spiritual enlightened means you found God within yourself for yourself. Now you're what? Spiritually enlightened. If you got a belief system, they got you looking for God outside yourself. You ain't never going to find him. Ding, ding, ding. That's why. And if you become spiritually enlightened, you can still remain religious if you choose that. But once you become spiritually enlightened, what happens? AKA, once you know yourself, now you start to see things a little different. Why? The third eye opened up. You became awake. Okay? The ignorance of the veil of ignorance had been lifted. Look what, whoa! Be careful what you wish for. And remember, and I keep saying this, we are spiritual beings. The body is physical, human. But what's in it is spirit. That's God. God ain't physical. And y'all keep telling me y'all walk with God in the flesh. Moving on. I'm not believe that. See, simply not. No. Physics say that's just wrong. Okay, my knowledge and understanding says that's wrong. So you can't tell me that. Moving on. Remember, we are spiritual beings born into a world not knowing who we are or not knowing God is us or in us. You have to learn that. You have to be taught that, just like they teach you that religion. And with the wrong knowledge and bad information, death don't come to who? Those who have what? Spiritual enlightenment, the right information. That's the reason why we live what? On in the afterlife. And the ignorant people who don't know that will die because they're scared to death. They think that's it. They have no knowledge of their higher self, aka ego self. Edge God out. Break that down for you right quick. Ignorance. If that's been our problem, and it means not to know, or not knowing God or yourself, okay? Without that knowledge, you will die and reincarnate. The physical body gonna die. Your conscious that went with that body will die, and you'll get a new body and a new conscious to what? Get it right. Trust me, listen to Mr. Right. If you're egoistic, and a lot of us are, why? Because if it serves you well, you ain't got to change. You don't need God. You got your wit, you got your ego, you getting everything you want by doing that. But in the end, they all call. Okay? If you're egoistic, that means you have mentally edged God out of your life. Mentally. Physically, it ain't gonna make a difference. Why? Because his spirit is there, you don't control that. But you have mentally made it all about you. That's ignorance. That's spiritual ignorance. So how do you combat spiritual ignorance? Spiritual enlightenment. Real simple. And I'm knowing, as our people, we have a problem with knowledge of self. And if lack of knowledge of who we are is our problem, there should be more people doing. I'm trying to do what? Wake us up with that concept to understand so we can what? Do better and be better as a people. I'm just saying, but y'all choose to be believers. Y'all don't want to be knowers. Moving on. And I'm saying y'all, I mean all those who believe religion. I don't care. Sorry. I really don't care what religion you profess. You're still ignorant. How about that? Alright? Now, if you're ignorant, okay, did that one. I and everyone who have common sense can see, don't need third eye to see what? How ignorant we are as a people. I see it every day. I'm around it every day. I've gotten not jaded to it, but it's almost like they just really don't care. So I stopped trying to reach them with knowledge. What? It's a waste of time. Okay, I'm tired of casting my prayer. That's why. Moving on. And I zip my mouth and go do what I gotta do. But watch this. Death to the ignorant means that they will what? Be reincarnated. But you say they're going to die? Yeah, they will die physically and their consciousness will die, but their spirit will continue to go on. Why? It can't go home. They have no knowledge. You need to put the bar on the head of your body, your spirit. Got to have your conscience on it. Told you that lesson a long time ago. But this is the college level, so I'm not sitting here to go back every little thing I say. I'm going to break it down for you. Don't work that way. Check like my man said, check the videos out. I got a bunch of them. Over 3,000. Moving on. But reincarnation means you're going to get to do it again. You're going to live again. You won't. The spirit will. But you done. Party's over. See? And the reason why we keep our ancestors alive is called ancestral prayer. I talk to my dad every day. When I call on God, I'm calling him. Why? I'm putting a face to the guy who I call God. Why? just like me, don't he? If the guy you worshiping don't look like you worshiping the wrong guy. Moving on. Our parents are our physical gods. The God that we think spiritual in heaven is within you. That's the spirit. Come on, man. That's getting too old. The goal for all human beings that come in the physical flesh is to obtain nihas. What the hell is nihas? Knowledge of self. To know thyself, self-knowledge, whatever you want to call it. enlightenment, resurrection, whatever. But you have to what? Experience it like God for yourself. Believing in God don't mean you know a damn thing. You believe somebody said something. No, God's just a title. When you experience God, now you know. Now the onus is on you to what? Show and tell. Cause what? Now you should know He's watching. If you know Him, you should know that. Oh, but if you believe in Him, you think He up there looking down. No, don't work that way. Moving on. I'm tired of dealing with that. But let me say this to you. If you practice and you live what was taught by our ancient ancestors, by Maat, it's a way of life. Again, like they tell you my religion, my man, my brother, Islam's a way of life. Yeah, I know, it's just the wrong way. Okay, the right way is Maat. And you will what? Live on where? In the afterlife. How do you know it's afterlife? Nobody ever came back, did, blah, blah. Okay. When you're religious, how you know anything about that? So don't come at me with that nonsensical rhetoric playing a little child game, semantics. I ain't got time for that. The philosophy of Maat is what we live. And so those who passed, what? The judgment, a.k.a. we call the scales of Maat, went on to gain presence with God, a.k.a. for them it was a Asar. For every religious culture, you got a God that, okay, I ain't got time for that. But we had a concept philosophically, and that's who you go sit with Asar and become one with Him. Perfect concept. Philosophy works like a charm if you understand it. And it trumps any religious perspective you coming at me with. If you was unmayat, and most religious people are in your life, meaning you didn't live up to it, you didn't do the things you claim that you gonna follow, what happened? At judgment day, all that comes out. Why? Because you're speaking for yourself. Everything you did is stored in the heart. The heart mind is bigger than the mind that's in your head, and they didn't care who traps about when you died what was up here. Why? Didn't need that. We took what was here. Long time ago, and guess what? In the last 30 years, modern science and physics have proved out the heart got a bigger brain than the head. Equal, or if not, the ability to store more memory than the conscious mind. Moving on. That's why you put the heart and mind together. You got an unstoppable, unbeatable machine working as one, two entities. Moving on. And we looked at Judgment Day, like everybody else do. You're going to have to either go to heaven or hell. Judgment, same thing. Whatever y'all call it, it's the same thing. We call it Judgment Day, what it is. Scales of my yacht. Take the heart, throw it on the scale. Let's see how you live. Simple as that. We don't want to hear what you got to say. You don't need a spokesperson. You got no co-defendants. No, you came in this world by yourself. You going out that way, and guess who? You're going to speak for yourself. So how you live this life, your choice. You're the orchestrator of your destiny. You're the chief of, whatever you want to call it, however you want to look at it. But yeah, you're responsible. And the sooner you learn that, the better your life will be. We keep chasing our tail for something that ain't going to get that God outside of you. You never find him. Okay, peace and happiness, you never find it within yourself. Why? You're looking outside yourself. When you go inside. Moving on. Did you know, judgment was looked at back over your life when you went to stand judgment for yourself. Can't nobody speak for you but you. They knew that. Now everyone's starting to figure it out. Okay, they'll start changing your way. I told you, life is God's gift to us. What we do with it is our gift to Him. I didn't understand when I read that a long time ago. It makes so much sense now. I'm just saying. It takes a little while. Now my mother said, baby, everybody wake up in their own time. But see, I'm the spiritual alarm clock. I'm waking people up, and some of them like to be waked up before their time. Don't care. Alright? You want to stay asleep, that's on you. I'm going to make noise. How about that? And don't care if you don't like it. But to fail the scales of Maat was the worst thing they would have. Why? They knew they were going to get eaten by Amet. That was a fate that nobody wanted. So what they do? Follow Maat to avoid getting eaten by Amet. Y'all call it going to hell. Same thing. Whatever philosophy you choose, whatever tactic and symbological concept or philosophical concept you metaphorically, don't care, but as long as it works. If that's what gets you to the next level, that's right thinking, philosophy. I ain't tell you my way the only way. I just know I have a way. If you don't have a way, you can't argue or compare my way. Why? I do have a way. Do you? Moving on. That's why I don't have to get involved. I ain't got to play arguing with you. Moving on. I answer to a higher power. You ain't nowhere near that. Wrapping it up again. Appreciate you tuning in. I know a lot of y'all won't, but again, don't care. All right. So let me say this to you. So you're saying it's really life after death? Tell him, George. It's 7 up. Yeah. Why? George told us that a long time ago. My man want me to put the philosophy that I got, mix it with George, and we might have something. I agree 100%. But watch this. Now, why is our ancestors' concept of the afterlife and how to get there, how do you got to do, compared to the Christians who say, well, where you get yours from? Where did you get your funk from, as George would say? From us, ancestors. And we're ancient. Ain't many group or race of people can claim being ancient. Ancient, you didn't know, a long ass time. They've been around a long ass time. If you believe, and getting right there, you out the game with me. If you believe this life is there, the only life for you, then you ignorant. I can tell you that from the, you just as dumb as a bag of rocks. And guess what? You definitely coming back. Just like a guy you go to school with. In every class, you probably in a few classes with, and he ain't really doing too well. Okay, he failing. Let's put it by now. He can get promoted. When it come time to move on, he can't get why? He ain't passing. In life, it's the same way. This is my man said. Earth in the human form is the test for the God to prove their metal in the flesh. I ain't got no problem with that. Like I said, whatever floats your boat, whatever gets you through, knock yourself out. Moving on. Where we at? I'm down here. Almost done. Again, appreciate you tuning in. If you follow a belief system, that means you are a believer. And because you're a believer, your chance of making it to the afterlife, aka heaven as y'all call it, is like slim and none. And that's what Muhammad Ali used to say to his boys. And when you have faith or belief that's misunderstood, because it's a lie, or believe because they don't know, all you ignorant believers, for y'all, Slim just walked out the door. So ain't nothing left now but none. And that's what you're going to get at Judgment Day. If you just a believer in God and you have ignorance like yourself, you're going to get none. And you're going to get to the right, reincarnation. That's where you want to go. And with knowledge of self and living, doing the things you need to do on a daily basis, when this is over, that's your ticket. Okay? What's the secret to life? Know yourself. Simple. It ain't that hard. But the work you got to do for that is. That's what people fall short. That's the lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. I got to go. But right thinkers, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 minus a day. So I never know that my right thinkers, well, some of y'all going to pass away. Some of us will live on forever. My Maat followers.